Hi, sorry about that. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your first Glorious Hump Day Wednesday of July. Wednesday, July the 2nd, 2025. Today is episode 1286. Morning Devo Daily Devo double 26, 25 or 26, I'm not sure. I'm somewhere on that one, on the numbers now, so. And yes, I'm calling these numbers instead of the letters. I've gone back to every one of the previous ones and changed them all to numbers. That's why I'm up to 20 something. I was getting close to getting through the 26 letters of the alphabet. So I'm what, 20, I think I want to say I'm 25 or 26 on this one. So. Excuse me, sorry about that. I'm a little bit heat when no or AC out. It's been a little rough the last few days. Oh man. Don't know whether we're gonna get it fixed before. I hope we get it. I hope at least we get it and get it fixed before we have to move out. This is gonna be rough before we. Yes, I said it. That was the news I had the other day. Got to do the dreaded M word. And yes, it may involve a break in recordings. So I'm just giving you a forewarning on that one. If there starts to be no videos, I'll let you know at my last the recording and the last recording, and I have to do, and I can't do no more for a little while. I'll let you know in that last recording that I did this thing with my last. That would be the last recording for a while, but I will be back. Don't worry, but I will be back. That's the way it's going to be. When I have to take a break, I will have to take a step back so I can get things done, and then I can get back to doing this once we get settled, once everything settles down. So, but today, with our double today, our Days of Praise passage we're doing today is Songs in the Night, beginning with Psalms 42, 7, and 8, which will be in the Psalms list as well, playlist, from Henry M. Morris. The other half, your daily bread passage, is from Glory to Glory, from Karen Pimpo, derived from 2 Corinthians 3, 7 through 18. Key passage is 18. And then I'll get to the Bible reading in that one, so just go ahead and give you that. So if you're excited, smash the like button. Sorry for that little ramble. I didn't want to do it, but it happens. So subscribe. Let me know how your Tuesday was yesterday, how your first day of July was, and what's your outlook for your first Hump Day Wednesday today. What's your outlook for today? What's your 4th of July plans as well? If you feel like giving it to us this early, but do y'all have yearly? Do you have a yearly get together? Do you just do a spawn of the moment every year, or what? Your 4th of July thing. Do you go? Does your town you live in offer a fireworks display, or do you have to go to the nearest one to enjoy that part? If you do, I haven't been to one in a few years. Used to go every year, but I think since I lost my brother, just don't do that no more. Well, I was doing that before. I remember when we lived down the road here from where we're living here, where we were before we moved here, we didn't go because it was just too much hassle where we were living at. It was just too much hassle. Where I had gotten I had bought a few fireworks. And I went out in the little driveway and then set them off and I recorded them. I don't know whether that video is still on my Facebook or not. And then I did one here, 1 year here. I haven't done anything like that since. So, but but subscribe if you're new. You know the deal. Turn on notifications. Share the video and channel. Help me get my channel to where I want it. The more views, the better. Help me get my subscribers back to 800, up to 800, at least 800, because I am drastically below 700. So I need some big help to get it up to 800, and I will appreciate any help, any possibility to help that part. So, but songs in the night, Psalm 42, 7 and 8. Deep calleth unto deep at the noise of the waterspouts. All these waves and thy billows are gone over me. Yet the Lord will command his loving kindness in the daytime, and in the night his song shall be with me, and my prayer unto the God of my life. So there are times in the life of a believer when he seems about to sink under great avalanches of trouble and sorrow. But then I call to remembrance my song in the night, Psalm 77, verse 6. And God answered once again. In the book of Psalms, the theme of conflict and suffering is prominent, but always there is also the note of hope and ultimate triumph. The very first psalm, for example, notes the conflict of the righteous will with the ungodly notes the conflict of the righteous with the ungodly, but promises that the way of the ungodly shall perish in verse 6 of Psalm 1. The second psalm foretells the final rebellion of the heathen against God and his anointed, but assures us that God will vex them in his sore displeasure, verses 2 and 5 of Psalm 2. In Psalm 3, the believer says, many are they that rise up against me. But then he remembers that salvation belongeth under the Lord. Verse 1 and 8 of Psalm 3. And that verse 1, where it says, many that they arise up against me, that's a line in a hymn that they've done a hymn with that line in it. Many that rise up against me. I'm trying to remember. My shield. Something about the being the shield, and can't remember. I don't know. But it's a song that we did at the shield above my head, or I can't remember that one we did that has that one. And yes, I am clean. I did get clean today, Tuesday, so I did that just probably about 5 hours ago from where I'm as of recording this video. So been clean about 5 hours, so I got clean. May not be clean shaven, but I did clean up. The last few times I've shaved, my the shaver I usually use, I thought it was charged, and I put it on the wire to charge it. I come in the next time I go to use it, I turn it on, go start using it, and it's like it died. And it was like it did not get charged. And then so I charge it again. I come back in the next time, do it again. It did that twice. And I guess that second time it did that, when I put it back on the charger, I must have put it in the right. I guess it wasn't in the right plug hole. The plug itself wasn't in the right spot, and it wasn't getting enough juice for it to. It wasn't getting enough juice, so I think it wasn't get enough juice in the plug to charge my razor up. So, and I guess this and I finally got it to charge. Went back in and I put it back in the drawer. So when I would use it this time, I hit the button and sat there for like 5-10 seconds before I started using it to make sure it's going to stay on, and it went running. So I got clean. So, but sorry for getting off track. Sorry about that. He cries in Psalm 4 in verse 1, "Heareth me when I call. O God of my righteousness, thou hast enlarged me when I was in distress. Have mercy upon me and hear my prayer." And in verses 10 and 11 of Psalm 5, that'd be the verses. In Psalm 5, immediately after the first imprecation in the Psalms, "Cast them out in the multitude of their transgressions," occurs the first specific mention of singing in the book of the Psalms. "Let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice, and let them ever literally sing for joy, because thou defendest them." Verses 10 and 11. So the Lord Jesus and his disciples using a psalm even as they went out into the night of his betrayal and condemnation. Mark 14:26. "And this is his gracious promise. Ye shall have a song as in the night, and the Lord shall cause his glorious voice to be heard." Isaiah 30:20, 29 and 30. I'm gonna stop the recording here, and then we'll pick back up in the next video, which will show up right behind the first video. I'm just gonna make 2 videos because I'm already way over. I don't want this to be a 25-30 minute video just for one thing. So I'm gonna stop it here. There will be a link for the next video in here to go to the next video. I'll just put that one there so you jump to the next video for the daily bread from glory to glory. It'll be another a separate video. This video will be in the song playlist. That video won't. So I'll just make two videos. So hang on just a second. I'll pick her right back up in the next video. So see you in that one.